Start that, Sarah.
Perfect.
Okay, could you stand for the pledge, please?
First time up.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Sarah, if you would do roll call, and I'll turn your cell phones down or to vibrate.
Vibrate.
Councilman O'Flaherty.
Present.
Councilman Castillo. Councilman Fazio.
Here.
And Supervisor DePiero.
Present, thank you. Okay, I am going to start the meeting off with, I'd like to make a motion not to read the minutes of the previous board meeting on 8/20/2025.
Second.
A motion on the floor with a second not to read the minutes of the previous board meeting on 8/20/2025 with a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So carry. I'd like to make a motion to accept the board minutes for the meeting of 8/20/2025.
I will second that.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor to accept the minutes of 8/20/2025 with a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? So carry. Let's see here. I have a couple of additions. First addition is going to be, I have a resolution. I would like to make a motion to authorize and ratify the town of Plattekill to assert claims for injunctive relief, civil monetary penalties, and other remedies against Liberty View Farm Weddings LLC petitioner in the pending litigation commenced by the petitioner against the town ZBA and CEO and/or in a separate judicial proceeding.
Second.
So that is a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carry. Okay, next I received a letter today from Ulster County Transportation Council, an email I should say, and it says, good afternoon. So I guess it was this afternoon, not this morning. Each year, Ulster County Transportation Council performs traffic counts at various locations in Ulster County through a consultant. This year, counts are scheduled for the week of September 7th. A count or counts is scheduled within your municipality jurisdiction and closes a list identifying the traffic count locations. For the week of September 7th, our consultant, National Data and Survey Services, will begin their process by positioning and securing camera counters next to selected road segments for up to 5 business days. And it says pictures of what the count stations look like are also attached. They were a pole with a camera on the top of that pole. And each station has contact information attached to it as well. It is anticipated that all traffic count data will be collected countywide and the camera counters removed by Sunday, September 13th. Traffic counts present present a critical data set utilized in transportation planning and track background growth rates, identify congested areas, and program improvements. Please let me know if there are any questions. Chris Seeger, Senior Transportation Planner, Ulster County Transportation Council. So those cameras will be going up rather quickly. They're temporary. And what they're doing is they're picking different areas in the town. It's almost like a lottery system, if you will, where they feel that there may have been an uptick in traffic and basically use of the roads, and that determines, like the letter said, how they can spend their money best and utilize their time best on different highways depending on the load that they carry. So that is something we'll probably get a call or two here in the town hall saying, what the heck's going on? Next we have reports. No reports. And I have here under business number 6, we're going to set the public hearing for the short-term rentals. And I did speak with the attorney today. The short-term rental law and also the BESS battery storage systems law, that has been both vetted by the attorneys and has been forwarded up to Ulster County Planning. And tonight at the planning meeting in Ulster County, same exact time as our meeting, they're going over that. They will give us a review over the next 2 to 3 days. And the anticipation was to set the public hearing dates tonight. And I am going to wait for the public hearing to set the public hearing dates, but I am going to give you the date that we will more than likely have that and set that at our next town board meeting. We should have answers back by the 9th of September on Ulster County, be able to vet and make any adjustments to that. And we will set the public hearing on the 17th. That's our next meeting after tonight. And the public hearing will be set more than likely for the first meeting in October, which is October 1st. Any questions on that?
No, sounds good.
Okay. Okay, the next thing is Walden Playboy. We have a letter, should have been in your mailbox, and basically this is the letter that I received. I received this, trying to think whether it was Monday, believe it was Monday. Let me see, August 26th, the letter states on here, but I did receive it after that. Supervisor DePew, as you know, Walden MX runs races as part of our local American Motorcycle Association district. Several other tracks work together on a schedule so as to not interfere with each other's successful event operations. We recently received news that one of the tracks in our district must cancel an event that was planned for Saturday, September 6th. We respectfully request your and the board's approval of a public practice event on September 6th. The public event would begin 10 a.m. and end at 4 p.m. on Saturday only, based on our current schedule in agreement with the town. This would use one of the two remaining public event days for 2025. We apologize for the abbreviated notice, but we found out about the change yesterday. We appreciate your and the board's time and consideration in this matter and look forward to the hearing from you. Respectfully, Mike Billieu, Vice President, Walden MX Races. So what that is we do have days that were approved earlier in the year. They do come in and ask for additional, I think it's one additional day per year. And we have granted them that in the past. And this would be an additional to that one additional day that was approved. And basically, what's your thoughts?
What's the count we end up with at the end? Is it 16 events they have?
I believe it was 16.
I think it's up to 6.
I believe it was 16. I do know that we did go one above what was, how would I say, legally available or settled on. And we've had that probably since 2010, I believe, that was on. So this would be in addition to.
Okay, but I have a question. It says here, one of two current, was that something that was rained out, or what was going on with that?
No,
So- Who are you?
You gotta say who your name is.
my name is Troy Comerford. I'm on the e-board at the track. Mike Blue was not available to come today. He had something come up, so I just came to represent the track. But we did have one less practice scheduled this summer because of just conflicts with other races. So that's why in the letter it states two remaining days that are available to us to use the track for public use. And that's why this Saturday came up, an event upstate had got canceled. And with the rain in the beginning of the year, it kind of helped us out to just get some income for the track. To pay bills, and so we're just trying to get that approved.
Your previous day that was canceled, what day of the week did that fall on?
It's always on a Saturday or Sunday, the events.
Okay, no longer do you have any events that happen on a Friday?
We do.
Generally, the practices happen on a Friday and the races were on a Saturday or a Sunday, correct?
Yeah, if we have a 3-day event, so usually on our last race in October, it's a Friday practice and then Saturday, Sunday race.
So in other words, you had a rain date and you didn't actually use all your dates, is that?
Well, not a rain date, they had a cancellation, just like
Cancellation?
this other track had a cancellation and the opportunity
No, I
probably
was
came
talking
up for
about
another track.
No, I'm not talking about the one that canceled, I'm talking about the one that they said they had two.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's the day that you guys canceled, why did you cancel?
No, it was, we have an allotment of days.
Yeah.
With the town, and we just didn't fulfill that whole allotment this year just because of some scheduling conflicts. So when this date opened up, that's why we requested to use one of those days.
So this will not be going above
No,
the total number of
Yeah,
events
that's
listed?
what I'm trying to get to.
And that changes things,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I was trying to
Yeah.
get to.
yeah, so it stays within, I think we have two 2 remaining days we can use, so we're just asking for Saturday to use one of those days.
I know it's a last minute thing, but if you haven't used it all, and only one person,
And this would be from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. only, correct?
Yes.
And this is a practice, this is not a race, so it's just a,
In and out.
okay. No?
Okay.
What's,
As long as it don't go over the total number of events, because there are a lot of things we have, and they have events scheduled and can't go over that. So,
I personally would recommend to approve September 6th.
okay. Councilman O'Flaherty?
I would be of the volition of Mr. Castillo.
That's a $3 word you just used there.
Volition?
That's a good word.
I don't know if I have that.
A new
I already-
word.
I already paid for
I have
my.
to add that to my vocabulary. Okay, so I'll entertain a motion.
I will second that motion.
Well, you
I
got-
guess I made that
Okay,
motion.
I make a
Or
motion
whatever.
that we grant Playboy,
What, okay,
to have an event on the 6th of September.
As
Saturday,
requested?
10 a.m.
Okay,
10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
okay, and we have a
second.
second. Okay, so we have a motion on the floor to grant the request by the Walden Playboy for this Saturday. That would be from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and that would be for a practice. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, oppose? So carry. So you will let the club know, I am sure, in a matter of minutes,
Yeah,
all right? Yep,
yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I thank you for explaining that because we didn't want to go over.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thanks,
thank
guys.
you.
Appreciate it.
okay. At this time, I'll make a motion at, let's say, 7:15 p.m. to go into public input. So we have a motion on the floor
I
for
will
public
second
input.
that.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? So carry. Your turn to ask questions. Yes, ma'am.
Annette Leskowski. Could you please explain to me what your resolution was?
That was exactly what it says. It says it was a motion to authorize and ratify the town of Plattekill to assert claims for injunctive relief, civil, monetary penalties, and other remedies against Liberty View Farms Weddings LLC, the petitioner, in the pending litigation commenced by petitioner against the town ZBA and code enforcement, and/or in a separate judicial proceeding. It's illegal
Okay.
stuff.
He may have fancy words. Put it to me in English.
It has to do with a legal action. And since it's pending litigation, I can't go into it in details. It's exactly what I said. I guess to put it the most simple is to authorize and ratify to assert claims and injunctive relief.
I know you can't talk about the case, but are you suing them?
No,
They're suing the town?
I really can't talk
Okay.
anything
but
about
that-
it.
When you talk
All
about getting relief, that's what I'm.
Well, injunctive relief might be compliance. It doesn't mean that it's anything physical. It could be compliance, coming in compliance with a code. It might be coming in compliance with a law. It might be it's injunctive relief. So it has to do with a proceeding. And that's really all I can discuss about that. It's injunctive relief. It's just a request for injunctive relief.
Okay, for now.
Thank you. Anything else?
Well, I don't want to take up everything if anybody else has got questions.
Oh,
Since we
good.
have
Thank
beautiful
you.
faces.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, I'm Bill Feder with the Cosay Creek Watershed Alliance. We've lost contact over the years.
You've been here before, correct?
Not representing the Alliance,
Yeah.
no. I came and sat at one meeting and
Yeah.
it's probably 5 years ago now.
Yeah.
So if you remember it,
I do remember you.
I didn't speak, but,
Yeah.
so the goal is just to reintroduce ourselves tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Would like to reestablish a contact with the town and the citizens. We need help. You know, the Quasaya Creek starts here in the town of Plattekill, as well as the Bushville Creek.
Yeah.
We need representation here in the town, well, we would like representation here in the town, to become partners with us, to keep eyes and ears on the water. I know you've been speaking with Scott Manley about
Mhm.
potential securing some properties that bound the creek, and there are financial opportunities through the state to protect the lands and even to purchase lands. And I'm willing to, you know, in the future expose you to that process.
Have you been speaking with Scott and Lieutenant Newberg?
Not
Okay.
in detail, no, he hasn't really, you know, he's maintained some, if I can, I just.
Please, information is key.
This is just a basic.
No, we appreciate you coming out.
Thank you very much.
Over the years, I know we've had, and there's the next one for the absentee. Early on in the, you know, the turn of the century, there was participation from the town. It's just, it's gone by the wayside.
Yeah.
But we need to reestablish that. And, you know, I'd be glad to come up and talk with all of you or any of you
Yeah.
sometime. And if anyone wants their names, emails added to our contact list for distribution of the meeting minutes and meeting agendas. We meet monthly at Mount St. Mary College. And we'd like to protect, you know, increase the protection.
When you meet monthly, is there topics or an agenda that's sent out before those
Yes,
meetings?
Yes. It's usually, it's not far in advance that we send it out, but I try to get it out before the weekend. We meet
Yeah.
third Monday of the month.
During the day, evening?
5
5.
o'clock.
All right.
As I said, at Mount St. Mary College. We're going to try to go online and have a hybrid system this next October meeting. So I don't know how well it's going to work. It's going to be, but that link will be on the agenda.
Is your organization, is that primarily an Orange County organization, and then you just kind of like finger out to where the Passaic Creek
We just
travels?
focus on the Passaic Creek watershed.
Okay.
You know, we don't, we may, you know, entertain something that's going on that's environmentally relevant to the entire Hudson watershed. But in the long run, our goal is the quality of the water that leaves the Passaic down in New Windsor and
Understood.
down in the city of New Brunswick.
That becomes a water source for the cities down there, and a very important water source.
Yes.
We're fully aware of that, and if you've been speaking with Mr. Manley, that you know that they do have an interest in protecting that as well.
Right.
Very much so. If I could, I'd like to reach back out to you in a day or two and give you my contact information, and I'd like to kind of, you know, share with you, you know, and be able to go down and maybe sit in one of your meetings and see what you guys are doing, and definitely interested into it.
That would be
Always looking to protect our water sources.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
It came up with the fire last year. You know, that's really the headwaters
Yeah.
of the creek. And so that, well, we gotta get back in touch with
Oh, yeah.
you, the
100%.
citizens,
Yeah.
to be eyes and ears.
Yep. 100%. People don't realize how important that water source is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally irrelevant on the Ulster County DOT. Are you gonna be privileged to the traffic information? I
Yeah.
think you should be.
Yep. 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 We will have all that information as well. When all that's
Yeah,
collected, then we'll
absolutely.
probably get a
Police
report
department
on
could
that.
use it, and your highway department could use that
Yep.
information.
Thank you for coming out.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I appreciate that very much.
Thanks.
Anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
Me again. As Mary Ann always gives an update on what's happening, and I know everybody knows that September 20th is Plattekill Day. But Citizen of the Year is going to be awarded at 12 o'clock, and the town board always participates.
All right, we will be there. You're writing for the newspaper, so that's very important. If you could put something in there, maybe you could speak with this gal before you leave tonight and give her a little bit of information on that and how important that is for our community. All right?
Okay.
Appreciate it, thank you. Anyone else? Well,
If nobody else, I don't want to.
no, go ahead.
Okay, the last meeting, you took out, the board, took out almost $99,000 out of the unassigned fund. Why?
That's to cover expenses till the end of the year, but it was also to cover legal fees. We've had a lot of unforeseen legal fees of things that haven't been taken care of for many, many years that are catching up with us and basically trying to clean up everything.
Okay, you have attorney fees.
Yeah.
Costs of bills for 2025 year.
Well,
Just
I'm sorry.
Bills, you have it down here, to cover the, resolution 50.
Yeah.
To cover the cost of bills for the 2025 year.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
For expenses, yes.
you have again, cost of the 2025 year, so
It came out of different funds, I believe, if you look at that. It came out of different lines. It didn't come out of one line.
it's coming out of unassigned funds, but it's going into
To different lines to cover
Auditor.
different expenses, yes.
installment loans.
So installment loans are something that we're doing with our band loan. We have that band note to cover the construction of the bridge in Old Mill Road. So we had to borrow that band note of $200,000. So what ends up happening is that bill comes in and we had to pay an interest payment only. In 2026, we're going to have to pay an interest and principal, and that's probably going to rise a little bit on there. But that's all has to do with the project that we're doing on Old Mill Road. So the other installments are, I believe we have an installment on a police car, possibly two, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it's an installment on a police car, and that's to cover those as well.
And that wasn't calculated in the beginning of the year.
They are, but the way that they're done, they come out of different lines, so that's why we're moving money around.
Okay for now.
All right?
Michael Limbo, then what was our budget then for legal fees? What was actually budgeted?
I don't have those numbers accurately. If you'd like to call me or even stop in would be better. I can actually give you that information. I would be foolish to come up with a number out of air. Anyone else? Okay, I will make a motion at 7:25 PM to go out of public input.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion on the floor with a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? So carry. And let's see, vouchers. Excuse me. I'll make a motion to approve the vouchers. I, Supervisor Depew, make a motion to pay the voucher detail report dated September 3rd, 2025, which includes the A, general fund in the amount of $74,740, no cents. The DA highway fund in the amount of $330,675, 1 cent. And the H4 miscellaneous supplies and items, $2,635, no cents. This would be for a grand total in the amount of $408,050, 1 cent. Recognizing that the audit committee has received the claims and found them acceptable for payment. Okay, so that is a motion.
I will second that motion.
We have a motion on the floor with a second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. And I will make a motion at this time to go into executive session to discuss personnel matters at 7:26 PM.
Second that.
We have a motion with a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? So carried. All right. Executive session at 8:10 PM with no votes or anything.
I will second that.
We got a motion on the floor with a second to come out of executive session. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? So carry. Any questions, comments, concerns? Mr. Fazio?
Not at this time.
Mr.
Not
Castillo?
at this time.
Mr. O'Flaherty?
No, sir.
And also,
I do.
Ms. Nelson?
The resolution that you did earlier.
Yes.
Normally we number them.
That does not have to be numbered. It's actually a motion, and believe it or not, a motion is considered a resolution. So we number them for specific. I will double check and make sure that that does not have to be numbered. But if it does have to be numbered, then we'll do it in sequence. Do you know what the last remaining number was?
52. So we would be at 53 if that were to need a number.
Okay. So that being said,
But I can find out.
yeah, but I'm just thinking, just to make everything fair, I guess I could make a motion to number that motion as resolution number 53
I second it.
Okay.
with a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? So carry. So that way, if we have to do that number, then we'll utilize that number 53. If we do not, then we're good, and that stays full and in effect. All right?
Alrighty,
Got any other
gentleman and
questions?
lady.
I will make a motion to adjourn. All in,
Second that.
with a second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Thank you.
Hey, hold on, you dropped your mask.